Wrestling Rampage here, back with another exciting Finger Poke of Doom video.
Finger Poke of fucking Doom video, baby, right here on Wrestling. Goddamn, Tony, I slapped this shit out of
WrestleMania.
With that being said, this is 5 questions with Wrestling Rampage.
5 questions with WR.
That's right. These are questions asked by you guys, the subscribers of Wrestling Rampage, our friends.
That's right.
Our viewers. You guys you guys ask us questions that you guys want us to answer, and we answer them. And you can do that through Facebook, facebook.com/WrestlingRampage2. Follow us on Twitter @WrestleRampage. Hit that subscribe button so you can see when your video, when your question is going to be in our next video.
Exactly.
With that being said, we'll go ahead and get started. Now, all these questions are asked by the same person. Carter, my boy, has asked all 5 of these questions, and they're pretty much all similar into the fact of what is your favorite blank. So, with that being said, we'll go ahead and get this started. We'll go ahead and get started with the first question, which is, what is your favorite promo?
What is my favorite promo?
Your favorite promo.
All the Ric Flair promos.
All the Ric Flair promo. Why?
Because he knows how to cut a promo. Okay, I like the people that know how to cut a promo. For example, Dusty Rhodes, Kevin Owens, Mick Foley, fucking the guys that know how to cut a promo correctly.
Mm-hmm.
Which I know that's the way it is, but the ones that always made me, that will captivate you. And not, like I said, I like Ric Flair, a lot of the Ric Flair promos, but there's one typical one that I like the best.
Well, exactly. Tell me what your favorite one is.
Actually, my favorite is Jake the Snake Roberts.
Okay.
Because he can come through the camera and captivate you. And my favorite promo of Jake the Snake Roberts, WrestleMania 6, with the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase. He goes there. You, Mr. DiBiase, what did you make them do? You made them beg for the money. And go. And all that. I was like, that is a great fucking promo. And everything. Where people could have used that money for essentials. And all this, I was like, that promo is fucking great. So I'm going to have to go with Jake the Snake Roberts promo, WrestleMania 6.
Pops, your favorite wrestling promo?
Favorite wrestling promo, I got to, I like The Rock. But, I mean, The Rock made me laugh.
Mm-hmm.
That was his biggest thing, is making people laugh. But I also agree with what Tony said. I like Ric Flair. I like Dusty Rhodes. I like Dusty Rhodes, the hard time segment that he did.
The hard time promo.
That was the most beautiful promo I think. I mean, you see, Dusty Rhodes is a common man, work for a living, and that right there is what he put across to the people, and that right there was the greatest promo that I think that he ever did.
So that's your favorite promo?
That's my favorite promo, though.
All right.
It's like, he's talking about, steel mill workers out of work, the car dealership out of work. A man works for a job for 30 years. They gave him a gold watch and kick him in the butt. That's hard times.
I enjoyed Dusty Rhodes. I enjoyed Ric Flair's promos. I enjoyed Jake Snake Roberts' promos. But if I had to choose my personal favorite, it has to be the Macho Man Randy Savage. And it has to, of course, leading up to WrestleMania 5 against Hulk Hogan. Where he says, I had no pukesters to the left. I didn't need no pukesters to the right. Yeah, there, Hogan. You're going to be sitting there with your hot dog and in your bandstanding. But here I am, the Macho Man, Randy Savage. And Randy Savage he can cut a great promo, but he also went off the edge as well with it. That's why I enjoyed Macho Man's promos. we'll go ahead and go into number 2. What is your favorite debut?
Favorite debut?
Mm-hmm.
Favorite debut? Someone debuting.
Yes.
Let's see. Probably my favorite debut would have to be when favorite debut.
I'll go ahead and tell mine.
Yeah, go ahead. I got to think here.
My favorite debut, which went over really strong, was when Kane debuted in the WWF. Ripping the door off the Hell in a Cell. Going in there. Doing the shit to the Undertaker. And just walking away. You know, Kane at that point, you know, this was his first time in the WWE as Kane. You know, he was there as like Isaac Yankem and the fake Diesel, but and I'm so glad that it did propel him, and he had the great feud with the Undertaker, where Undertaker's, you know, I'm not going to fight my own flesh and blood, and all this stuff. I'd have to go with Kane debuting at In Your House, Bad Blood, when he ripped off the cell door.
I'm gonna have to go with my favorite debut was the Radicals.
The Radicals.
Perry Saturn, Dean Malenko, Chris Benoit, and Eddie Guerrero.
Mm-hmm.
Because they came from that sinking ship, WCW, that showed them no love whatsoever.
Mm-hmm.
Treated them like shit.
You're gonna be on the first match all the time.
Be on the first match all the time, and everything. And I know this guy's dead, but Mike fucking Graham, what does he know? You know, he called them a little band of midgets and all this. It's like, Mike Graham, fucking Perry Saturn, Dean Malenko, Chris Benoit, and Eddie Guerrero could out-wrestle you with their eyes closed.
I heard that Shane Douglas was supposed to go with him, but Vince didn't want him.
Well, who cares? Well, good, because I wouldn't want him either. And that, to me, that was a great debut, and I loved it. And I got another one that I love. I was giving that example. That was one of my other favorites. But my number one favorite was Chris Jericho.
Okay. Interrupting
The Rock. And he shows up, and the crowd fucking pops when it was Jericho. He came from the sinking ship, too. As you can tell, there's a pattern here. I like all the guys that came from WCW.
The talent.
They came from black and white into the light. But Chris Jericho's debut, the crowd fucking popped when he came out. And in his debut, he was there cutting promos with The Rock. And I remember The Rock cut him off and called him a Rudy Poo. What's your name? I told you what my name is. It don't matter what your name is. And Chris Jericho making the face that looks like Popeye the Sailor Man. I fucking loved it. That was a great... To me, that's my favorite debut, actually.
Pop's your favorite wrestling debut?
I think my favorite wrestling debut was the Brood.
The Brood.
The Brood. When they raised up from the smoke and everything, you had Edge, you had Gangrel, you had what was it?
Christian.
Yeah, you had Christian there. You see, and
they're
me,
part of the Ministry of Darkness.
I was thinking, I heard people talking. Well, these guys ain't gonna matter nothing. Well, sorry, they did matter a hell of a lot.
Well, the one that they were pushing on the most didn't really matter all that much, and that was Gangrel.
Yeah.
Which I thought Gangrel was.
I always loved Gangrel. I didn't understand why he didn't really.
I didn't either. But that right there was my favorite. You know, it was just so damn cool. You know, the smoke and everything, and the risers bringing them up, and the blood drinking. That was wild shit. Can't do that nowadays, but anyway.
Number 3. What is your favorite heel turn?
Well, can I do an honorable mention here? It damn sure ain't the Big Show.
How many times?
Too many to count. My favorite heel turn. Would have to be was my favorite all-time heel turn
Mm-hmm.
is when Eddie Guerrero turned on Rey Mysterio.
Let's go.
When they were the tag team champions, and I remember when they won the titles and they lost them to Eminem. Eddie turned on Ray. I fucking loved it. And speaking of that, I love the angle in that era. I did. I love the Eddie and Ray rivalry in 2005.
They always had great matches.
They always had great
Great
matches. And I'm your pappy. Okay, I enjoyed it.
Eddie's bedtime stories.
Eddie's bedtime stories, fucking amazing. But I have to go. My favorite heel turn was Eddie Guerrero turning on Rey Mysterio.
Hobbs, do you have one, or do you want me to go?
You go ahead. I'm sorry. I just
You
can't.
still have to think.
Yeah, I still don't have one in mind here. You know. But.
If I would have to choose my favorite heel turn, it would have to be. And the worst part was it got ruined right at the second of it as well, and that was when black and red and yellow fucking Hogan running down there at Bash at the Beach '96, you know, and acting like he was going to help Savage and Sting. He ended up doing the fucking leg drop
The
on
third man. The third man.
Yeah, the Outsiders, you know, they're looking for their third man. Here comes Hogan trying to save the day, and then he leg drops Savage, and you know, Hall and Nash get up there and everything. Now the worst part was when he was walking down the way, Bobby Heenan's like, "Yeah, but whose side is he on?" And I'm like, "Well, goddamn, Bobby, you just ruined the whole damn caboodle right there." But the only reason I don't like Hogan, first of all. But it was great to see Hogan actually be a heel for once in his fucking
career.
Well, once in his big time career. Yeah, he was a heel in Memphis, and he was a heel independence. But from the time where he was in the WWF to that point, he was just pretty much face.
Yeah.
And it's already ran its course. Everybody got tired of seeing the fucking red and yellow all the fucking time, and eat your prayers and say your vitamins. Well, say your prayers and eat your vitamins.
Yeah, hell yeah.
So.
Sick and sad.
So I'd have to say that's my favorite heel turn, and it led into a disaster with NWO, in my opinion. Now, if it would have went on with just Hogan, Hall, and Nash, it would have been fine. Maybe add a couple of more members in there, would have been fine. 6 tops. But no, here comes fucking Joe Schmo and Stan from the fucking...
here comes Virgil.
Yeah.
Virgil, I'm thinking I'm cool. Dad, do you have a heel turn?
Do
you have one?
I just thought of one that I thought it was great at Survivor Series when Owen Hart turned against Brett.
Oh, there we go.
I think that right there was great.
At the Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
Well, the little thing led to them doing the little angle where he pushes Brett at Survivor Series, but he didn't really turn on to the Royal Rumble when he kicked his leg out your leg.
At that right there, at that there time, he was already brooding to be something because at that right there time he had a lot of heat against Brett because it was
they tried to win the tag team titles. Yeah. Brett wouldn't fucking tag him. All you had to do was tag me, Brett. But you're too damn selfish.
And you
that's why. What time?
That's why I kicked your leg out your leg.
Don't get me wrong, we love Owen, but
I love
it. It was just so I think it was so beautifully put together in a way. That's one thing I give the writers for. Half the time I hate the motherfuckers.
I enjoyed their steel cage match at SummerSlam.
Steel cage match at SummerSlam. Yes. The WrestleMania 10 match was on fire.
Yeah.
So.
And what got me was when Owen beat Brett. People thought it could never be done. And that right there really skyrocketed Owen.
It did.
So
too bad he didn't win any. Didn't win the WWF championship. But I'm thinking he damn well could have.
Yeah.
No doubt.
I think at one time, if his tragic life hadn't ended, I think that he would have been a world heavyweight champion.
We would have hoped so. Number 4. What is your favorite faction?
Favorite faction?
Yes.
Favorite faction?
I'll go ahead and go first.
Yeah, go ahead.
With my favorite faction, and it's an oddball faction. No, it's not the fucking oddities, but it's an oddball out of like some of the bigger ones. The Hart Foundation in '97, where they were despised in America and they were cheered in Canada. You know, I always enjoyed that time. Brett was at that point where he could be heel and face. Austin was over and getting over at that point. Hell, even Goldust was in that. The Road Warriors.
Yeah.
Goldust, Ken Shamrock. They were brought up to that level at that point, where they were main eventing as well. I just always liked the Hart Foundation. Brett, Owen, Davey Boy, Jim the Anvil Neidhart,
Owen Hart,
and then Brian Pillman being added as well. You know, just all together great talent. And I thought it was just a great combination. Too bad it didn't last too long, though.
Yeah.
But, you know, Brett wanted more money, and
Typical.
Bulldog and Neidhart left with fucking Brett, and left Owen there, and then Pillman passes away shortly after that. I mean, it was just kind of
There was kind of chaos there.
But I'd actually go with the Hart Foundation.
I'm gonna go with my favorite faction of all time. And I know it's weird, but I thought this faction was really good because they actually had some stars in there, and they made stars. I'm gonna have to go with. Actually, I changed my mind. I'm gonna have to go with the Four Horsemen.
Okay. Now, is this the one with Pretty Paul Roma?
No, take that off. And it damn sure ain't Steve Michael McMichael either.
What's your favorite type of Four Horsemen?
Arn Anderson,
Mm-hmm.
Tully Blanchard, Ric Flair, Barry Windham, and J.J. Dillon. I wasn't a big fan of Luger. I'm damn sure wasn't a big fan of Ole. But I'm going to have to go with Barry Windham with that group.
They were a dominant faction in the NWA.
Yeah, and I enjoyed the Horsemen. Yeah, later years, you know, they were kind of...
Well, that happens.
But at least you had two. At least you had one of the original there, Ric Flair. But and Chris Benoit, he was a good fit for the Horsemen. Dean Malenko was a good fit. Steve was not, in my opinion. And Jeff Jarrett damn sure wasn't.
Well, Pops, do you have a favorite faction?
No, not really.
Not really?
No.
You weren't a big fan of factions anyway.
I was not anyway. You know, all the guys you mentioned though I liked. You know, I liked their style, I liked what they did in the ring, but I just wasn't big on that.
Fifth and final one is, what is your favorite title win?
Favorite title win?
Yes.
My favorite title win, and it was when. Alright, it was my favorite title win was when Mick Foley won the WWF Championship from The Rock.
Mm-hmm.
That's my favorite all-time title win.
During the Monday Night Wars.
During the Monday Night Wars, and here's why. Alright, Nitro thought they were going to win something, which they weren't, because I think they had the infamous Finger Poke of Doom that night.
Yes, they did.
Yeah, shirt. I hate that fucking shirt. I hate that era, too. Fucking Eric Bischoff made Tony Schiavone say live on Nitro. You know, the guy that wrestled here one time is Cactus Jack. Mick Foley's going to win the WWF Championship. It's taped. You know, who wants to see that? I'll put a lot of butts in the seats. Blech. And all this is like, how dare you?
Mm-hmm.
How dare you degrade Mick Foley's career? That he worked for your fucking asses. And you fucking taking his fucking moment away from him and fucking shitting on it.
That's what the WCW did.
You know, you're fucking shitting on it like, and I hated Vince Russo and Ed Ferrara too. I hated them fucking jock snippers. Because they fucking made fun of Jim Ross, his Bell's palsy, and Jim Ross has more talent in his fucking finger than they have in their fucking wimpy fucking baseball body. But I think Mick Foley's title win, and then the funny part was they beat Nitro. They beat Nitro with a taped show, and Mick Foley winning the world title. I thought that was a great moment, and I enjoyed that title win because that turned Raw into the #1 spot in my opinion. And once I saw that finger poke of doom, I said I was done with fucking WCW.
I would have to say my favorite title win came from WrestleMania 4. Savage going all the way, beating Butch Reed, beating One Man Gang, beating
Greg Valentine, Ted
DiBiase to win the vacant WWE Championship, because at that time,
and of course
everybody
got to steal the glory.
Yeah, of course, the you're gonna be out there standing hot dogging like fucking like Hogan does, but
steal the glory.
Of course, he was out there stealing the glory with the fucking steel chair with Miss
Yeah.
Elizabeth, and I think it was just a great moment for Randy because Randy, I think, deserved the WWE Championship at that point. Everybody got tired of fucking seeing Hogan with the belt.
And to be honest, I heard he draw great at a house show. So why do they switch it in fucking WrestleMania 5? I think it's just because Hogan came back from his fucking shitty movie, No Holds fucking Barred, that no one watched.
Rip.
And fucking, what's this? Okay. All that dumb shit. That movie was stupid in my eyes. And fucking he goes, well, I'm back, Vince. Can I have the belt now? Sure, Hogan. Alright, is Savage going to drop it? Yeah.
Pops, your favorite title win?
I'm going to tell you, you don't see it. People, the WWE won't let you see it, but I think my favorite title win was when Chris Benoit won the world title.
At WrestleMania 20.
Yes, sir. I mean, 14 years of his life was given that right there. That's 14 years of his life and his career was one thing on his mind, and that right there is all he talked about was winning the world titles. Well, he finally did it. Now it's a man wiped that right there clean too. Fuck you, man! I hate your fucking guts. Why did you blow up my trash?
But let us know in the comments below. You guys can answer the question as well. Let us know in the comments below what your guys' favorite promo, debut, heel turn, faction, and title win was.
That's right.
Don't forget to like us on Facebook. Don't forget to give us a big thumbs up on this video if you guys enjoyed this video. Like us on Facebook, facebook.com/WrestlingRampage2. Follow us on Twitter @WrestleRampage. Hit that subscribe button.
Hit that subscribe
That's
button.
right.
Right here, right fucking now.
That's right. Why don't you guys lead us out there?
And like I said before, and I'll say it a fucking again, if you don't subscribe right here to Wrestling Rampage, you're a fucking loser.